Yeah, my name's Toby. I'm responsible for the marketing activities at Humboldt, and before that, I was responsible for international admissions at a boarding school in Germany. So I also know the side of giving counsel to parents and students alike. And today's presentation, I'll try to make it relatively short, so we should be finished in roughly half an hour or so. Gives you plenty of time for any questions that you might have. And if there's anything during the presentation, please let me know. And if not, then we can discuss afterwards. There'll be enough time. Okay. So I just switch off the camera at this point, and then we're ready to start with the presentation. I hope you can see everything as intended. So the presentation is called Learn German with Friends. And you might wonder why that is the title. But before I start with the actual content of our courses and the concept, I give you a very brief introduction of who we are, what we do. The first part is a bit theoretical, so just that you know what is our concept, how do we teach, what do we offer, and why do we offer this program. And then it's much more practical with lots of images, so that you can get a better impression of our schools, of our courses. And then, of course, as I said, we have plenty of time to discuss. Right. So, Learn German with Friends at the Humboldt-Institut. The Humboldt-Institut is a non-profit organization, and it's a language school. And we only teach German. We teach no other language. Because the idea is you learn a language in the country where it is actually spoken, and that is why we only offer German courses in Germany and one summer course in Austria. We've been founded almost 50 years ago, giving us a lot of experience in teaching German. And this also means that in the meantime, we have already welcomed the children or sometimes even the grandchildren of former students. And as you can imagine from that, we also have many returning students that are very happy with our courses, which are currently offered at 4 schools that are open year-round. 3 in southern Germany. We have 2 schools for kids and teenagers that are open year-round, and we have 2 schools for adults that are open year-round. And adults means 18 plus. So you have plenty of opportunities. And of course, in summer, we have additional summer programs, mainly for teenagers. In this presentation, I'll focus mainly on the adult programs for students aged 18 plus who want to study in Germany. But I also will quickly give you some few information about the teenager programs, because they can also be quite beneficial if you have friends or siblings who also plan to study in Germany at a later point in time. It can be a good idea to just familiarize yourself with the language, with the country a few years before. Go for a summer course, for instance, discover different areas of the country and see if this is a good fit. Okay, but now, why friends? And that's the Humboldt objectives and the Humboldt principle come into play. So our goal for our students is that they can learn German quickly and efficiently. Therefore, we offer a modern and familiar environment in our schools that are organized like boarding schools, so you can learn both inside and outside the classroom. And we do that for students with a clear goal. So for instance, students who want to attend a boarding school in Germany, or students who want to study at university in Germany in German language programs, and who sometimes they don't speak a word of German when they arrive at our school, and then they want to reach, for instance, a C1 level, which is required for university admission. So this is what we're here for. We want to help our students to learn German quickly and efficiently. And we do that with the concept of linguistic immersion. So the students are in a consistently German-speaking environment. And why do we do that? It is because when you're surrounded by the language, when you hear it all the time, when you're motivated to speak it very often, then you will learn much quicker, you make a quicker progress, and you will reach your goal much faster than you can do at other schools. Just a quick note, because I mentioned here with a clear goal, as I said, I focus here on courses for adult students who usually want to study at university in Germany. Of course, we also do short-term courses for those students who just want to come 2, 3, or 4 weeks because they only have the summer holidays available, or they just want to give it a try. In this case, of course, we also teach quickly and efficiently, but the focus there is rather to fill knowledge gaps that the students have, but without the long-term goal and progress, which is mainly something for long-term students who stay with us for several months in a row. Just for you to know that this becomes a bit clearer. But how does this in concept of immersion work? It works that everything is on one site. As I said, the schools are structured like boarding schools, or you could also say like a hotel, because for adults this might sound better. And this means that in our schools, on our campuses, we combine the classrooms, we combine the student rooms, we have our own school restaurant, and we have plenty of activities that are available on campus, but of course we have plenty of off-campus activities as well. This means that everything is on one site. Our German classes, the intensive classes, a daily leisure program that's also included in the course fee, excursions where we are always off campus, either in the nearby area or to other cities, usually then on Saturdays. And this combination of learning and fun gives you plenty of opportunities to practice your German, to learn more about the culture, and yeah, just get an overall experience, because you're always exposed to the language, and this in return helps you to just better learn the language. The basis for everything is, of course, the German course that we offer. And in our case, this is very easy because we have one main product. That's our intensive course 30. 30 meaning that we offer 30 lessons per week. One lesson in Germany is 45 minutes. So in total, that's 22.5 hours of tuition per week. And the courses are offered in small classes with between 10 and 11 students on average. It always depends on when you attend our courses. Of course, in summer, classes tend to be full when you're with us in spring or in autumn, and also when you're in one of the advanced levels like B2 or C1, classes are usually smaller, and it can easily happen that you have just 5 or 6 students in one class, which is very, very beneficial because you have much more speaking share. Even in classes with only 10 students, you have much more speaking share than you would have in bigger classes. And also the teachers have much more time. You can learn more, make a quicker progress, and overall also enjoy your lessons when classes are smaller. We offer the courses on all levels. So from A1, including total beginners, you don't need to speak a word of German when you want to start learning with us. Every 5 weeks, we have a new start date coming up for total beginners. For students who already have knowledge of German, no matter if it's A1, A2, B1 or higher, we have almost weekly start dates, depending on the course center. That's always displayed transparently on our website. And the intensive course is a very good preparation, either if you just want to fill knowledge gaps that you have, if you need German for the purpose of studying in Germany later on, or if you work for a German company, or if you just want to go to boarding school in Germany. So that's our main product. For students who want to have more individual tuition, we also have one-to-one courses with 25, 30, or even 40 lessons. And here, everything can be tailor-made to each student's needs. We have a specific course system. I already said every 5 weeks you can start as a total beginner. You're probably familiar with the terms here, the designations from A1 up to C2 according to the common European framework of reference for foreign languages, the beginner level, intermediate, and advanced levels. As presented, we have our intensive course, and in a combination with the German-speaking environment in our residential schools, the activities that are conducted in German, plus some study time on your own. So our students also need to do some homework need to revise what they have learned in class, you can make a very quick progress. That means after only 5 weeks, you could finish level A1, after another 5 weeks, A2, and the same for B1. So after only 15 weeks, you can already finish a B1 level of German, giving you low intermediate knowledge, but perfectly fine for everyday communication in Germany. Of course, if you want to study in Germany at university level, you need a higher level. If you need to go through the foundation course, the Studienkolleg, then we recommend to have a B2 level of German. If you want to apply directly at university, then you will need a C1 level. And for this case, you will also need an official certificate like the TestDAF or the Tag Deutsch C1 Hochschule, which are both offered at our schools for adults, which I'll present you in a second. So overall, to finish B2, you can do this in as little as 25 weeks, C1 in as little as 35 weeks. What you need to know is that after the end of each level of 5 weeks, we have a level test. So when you want to progress, you need to pass this level test. You need to show that you can actively master what you have learned in the classroom, both in writing, reading, listening comprehension, and also in grammar. That's very important because the courses build upon one another. And since the learning progress is quite steep, it's very important that you have a good basis that we can further build on. So we're almost done with the theoretical part. Just very quickly for those students with a long-term goal, if you want to go to secondary education in Germany, then the foundation is also this intensive program, and we have a cooperation with more than 40 partner boarding schools. If you consider doing the Abitur, the A levels in Germany, then please let us know. For students who already know that they will do their secondary education in Taiwan, but you want to go to university later on, our intensive courses are a very good linguistic preparation, and we also do a university application service together with your agency EuropeMe. That's what we can do. So we can identify what you want to study, what are the requirements, what is your level of German, how much time will you need minimum. We'll design a plan, and we'll help you with the applications. Make sure that you have all the documents that you need, that you won't miss the deadlines. That's very important with public universities, since most of our students, they want to study at the public universities in Germany. So you need to know the rules, and we'll be happy to help you with that. And in addition, as I said, we'll also offer the C1 exams that you might need for university attendance. So just to quickly wrap it up, we focus on the quality side of things. So we want to offer the best courses on the market, and we do this by offering intensive courses with 30 lessons with our own curriculum. So it's tailored to the need of different age groups. For kids, for teens, for adults, we have different curricula. We teach in small classes, which are also homogeneous. That's very important. We have our own placement test. You can take a quick version of this placement test on our website to give you an idea. If you are, for instance, on a low A2 level, an intermediate, or an advanced A2 level, this works for all levels. You can just take the test and find out. We have qualified and motivated teachers who all have a university degree. We have regular performance controls. So besides the 5-week level test, we also do a weekly test, so that for students to see what they have understood, what they can actively master. It's also for the teacher to see if there are any gaps for the students, if there's something they have to work on again. So it's beneficial for both sides, because our goal is to support our students in the best possible way. And this is also very well supported by our residential concept and the comprehensive leisure program. And that's enough text for now. And now we see, how does this work out in practice? I said we have 2 year-round schools for international students in Germany. One is our school in Berlin, which you see here. It's very centrally located right in the center of Berlin, in Berlin's Mitte district. Mitte in German meaning center. It's right on the border between former East and West Berlin. So there are a lot of historic monuments nearby, but most importantly, it's very easy to reach by public transportation, and also you can get anywhere very fast and very conveniently by public transportation. You see the buses, you see the tramway, you see the subway that's right next to our school. So that's a very urban option if you want to be in the middle of things. As I said, adults means 18 plus. We can welcome up to almost 90 students in residence. We have single and twin rooms, and all rooms have their own bathroom. The standard is quite high. I'll show you an image in a second. We also offer host family accommodation, but would only recommend to do so if you already have an intermediate level of German minimum, B1. Because, as I said, the idea is you come to us and you're surrounded by German from the very first day on. Our staff will always approach you in German, will encourage you to practice your German, and this is how you can make a quick progress. And also, you can do so together with the other students, and you'll quickly make friends with our students who come from all over the world. Last year, we had like over 94 different nationalities in our school right in the center of Berlin. And right in the center means that, for instance, to the Brandenburg Gate, which is Berlin's most well-known monument, it's only three subway stops away from our school. So very central. And we also take our students on regular city walks. So on the first day, we usually do a welcome tour so that students know where is everything, where to find. And then further on during the course in our activity program, we make our students discover different areas of Berlin, but also other cities in the center of Germany. The classes are very interactive, very small. You can see here students discussing, doing a quiz with their phones. We use a variety of methods. As I said, we have our own curriculum. We also use different sets of tools. So the teacher can decide what best suits the students and their current needs, what is the topic that we're handling in class in terms of vocabulary, in terms of grammar, and which exercises and which materials work best for this topic. Here is an impression of the rooms. The rooms are quite spacious. We also have different room categories. So if you are allergic and for dust, for instance, we also have rooms without carpet. And as I said, all rooms have their own bathroom. And on site in the school, we also provide breakfast, lunch, and dinner cooked by our own kitchen staff. And we also include the wishes of our students if they want to have specific dishes, for instance, or students who want to cook together with the other students. They can also do that during the leisure program. Currently, for instance, around Christmas, we bake German Christmas cookies together, or we had students from Colombia, for instance, they did some Colombian treats for their fellow students. So you do not only learn German and learn more about the German culture, you'll also learn about cultures worldwide, which are represented at our school. A special highlight is the rooftop terrace in Berlin, something that you should not miss when you're there. That's one of my favorite places when I'm in Berlin. It's just great, either in the morning when you get up and see the sunrise over the city with the skyline, or in the afternoon, just sit there, relax, read a book, chat with the other students, maybe even doing your homework. And of course, in the evening, sit down, have a drink, or when we have one of our rooftop barbecue events, which are a regular occasion in summer. So that's what we offer for adult students in Berlin. In the leisure program, we have, I'll present you this later after we have discussed our second school in Constance, because the structure that we have in both schools is the same. So the course system is the same, the dates and the fees. So you can also switch back and forth. And why do I mention this? Because sometimes people tell us that, I know Berlin, but that's too big of a city for me. That's too much hustle and bustle. Do you have something more quiet? Yes, we do. That is our second school for adults, which is open year-round as well. It's located in the very south of Germany in Constance, directly basically on the Swiss-German border. It's only a 45-minute train ride from Zurich Airport to our school. The school is about half the size of the one in Berlin. We have 39 beds in residence. Most of the rooms here are single rooms, also always with ensuite bathroom. And it's a small and familiar school near Lake Constance. And when I say near Lake Constance, this means that you can literally walk in 5 minutes down to the lakefront, where you can see our students enjoying themselves. Constance is not so well known outside of Germany, but inside of Germany it is. It has a very lovely historic city center. It has 2 big universities, which are very popular among German students. So the town has a very young, also international vibe to it, despite having only 90,000 inhabitants. And now compare that to 3.5 million in Berlin. So that's quite the difference. Here is an image of one of the rooms. That's one of the single rooms. The style, the equipment is usually the same. Here is an impression from the classroom as well. Here we have 3 different nationalities, very different as well, from Peru, from Romania, and from China. Also, the student body in Constance is very diverse. We don't match exactly Berlin, where we had 94 different nationalities, but in Constance, I think we had 72 different nationalities, which for such a relatively small school is already very good, in my opinion. Okay, so I mentioned the schedule that we have. This year is a sample schedule, so that's just an example. Every week will be different, and of course, a week in summer will differ from a week in winter just because of the climate already. And this sample schedule is also very similar for our different courses for the different age groups. Of course, the activities and excursions, they're always adapted to the specific age group. In Berlin and in Constance, where we only have students aged 18, it will be different from a summer course for kids, for instance. You see the meals, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, which is served on site, cooked by our own kitchen staff. And it's just super convenient. You wake up in the morning, you take a shower, you go downstairs for breakfast, then you go back up to your lesson. You don't have to leave the school premises. It's very convenient, it's very safe, you're independent from the weather, and our students enjoy it very much. So you have the lessons from Monday to Friday, usually in the morning, 25 lessons, and then 5 additional lessons in the afternoon. And then, as I said, we have German-speaking activities in the afternoon and in the evening, which are offered by our staff and which are included in the course fee. So, for instance, on Monday, you can see a city walk focusing on the city of West Berlin, the central part around the zoo. We also do campus tours at universities, the Humboldt-University, the Technical University, Freie Universität. We do tours of the German Parliament, for instance, and in the evening we might just go out dancing, having a beer, or just watching German movies in the school in the student lounge. And on Wednesday afternoon and Saturdays, that's reserved for excursions, for museum visits, for instance. Or here we go to Potsdam. We might also go to Dresden or to Leipzig. And just see different parts of Germany. And this whole program here is offered by us. It's included in the course fee. Of course, you don't have to participate in all the afternoon activities, but we recommend to participate as often as possible because, first of all, it's fun. You meet your other fellow students, you make friends from all over the world. You're exposed to the German language, you can practice your German, and you can learn interesting facts about the places we visit. And now, just to wrap it all up, if you haven't been to Germany yet and you don't know what to expect, no worries, because we also offer an airport transfer. So we can pick you up from the airport, take you to the school and back. That is also something that we offer. That's something that we offer for all age groups. I was now focusing on the courses for young adults, 18 or older. Of course, we also have students who are 30 and 40 years of age or even older. But we also have many younger students, and for them we have different course locations, and it just very quickly goes through them so that you know that this is something that we offer as well. And as I said, if you have a long-term plan of studying in Germany, but you're only like 15 or 16 now, then you can consider joining one of our summer schools, for instance, in big cities like Berlin, Cologne, Munich, or Vienna, just to get the experience. Or you come to one of our 2 year-round course centers in Lindenberg or Bad Schussenried in southern Germany, which are very beautiful as well. Which you can see here. This is Bad Schussenried. That's our course center. You can see it's very green. It's very serene. It has a boarding school setting to it, just like the school in Lindenberg here, which is near the Bavarian Alps. It looks much more like a boarding school than our school in Berlin, but the concept actually is similar. It's just that for junior students, we have many more activities available on campus, which is not really required in a big city as Berlin, because there are so many activities in the city nearby going on. Here, for instance, we also do a skiing and snowboard option in January and February if you want to try this out, if this is something for you. Other than that, we have plenty of options in summer. As I said, here is a teenager course in Berlin. We're also in Cologne with its famous cathedral along the River Rhine. And also here we have the combination of intensive course, but also plenty of leisure activities. We also offer high quality accommodation in twin rooms, usually also en suite here in Cologne, the same in Düsseldorf, also along the River Rhine. Or when you want to explore Munich, the River Isar here in the city center, where we also go to visit the Allianz Arena, the stadium of FC Bayern Munich. And finally, we also go to Vienna in Austria, which is our only course option in Austria, the only one outside of Germany. And now to very quickly wrap it all up. As I said, we focus on the quality of our courses, which is also rewarded by our agency partners here, for instance, from Turkey, from the Study Travel magazine, where we won the award for Best German Language School several times in a row. And that's the case because we offer many advantages, like a very inclusive and transparent fee, where we include the tuition, the course material, the accommodation, full board, and activities. Especially for minors, we include around-the-clock supervision, the leisure program and excursions, which are conducted in German and conducted by our own team. And when you compare different providers, please make sure that an intensive course is always an intensive course with 30 lessons per week, that you have a high-quality accommodation with included leisure activities and material included, and no registration fees, because that overall will add up as well. Okay, so now I've been talking a lot. Now you'll shortly will hear someone else talking, because we recently had a student from Taiwan, Jasmine, and she was attending her 5th course, I think, with us. And she's an example for a student who has long-term plans, and she already started early attending one of our courses. And now you can hear what she has to say. I hope that the video plays smoothly. Let's give it a try.
Hello， 大家好，现在我是在洪堡这边的巴士圣瑞校区，这已经是我第2次在这个校区，且是第5次来到德国。洪堡是一个可以让全世界的学生来到这里学习德文的地方，然后我觉得是一个很好可以学习德文的地方。每天1到5都有上德文的课程，然后课后还有很多弹性的活动，然后周3跟周6也会带我们出去认识当地的文化。然后我觉得这里非常好，可以认识很多各式各样世界各地的朋友，学习到别的国家的文化，且又可以在同时增进我自己的德文能力，所以其实我个人很推荐洪堡这个地方。
Okay, very good. So if you enjoyed the video, if you want to learn more about our schools, please feel free to reach out to your agency, Shuping, or any of her colleagues from Europe Me. We also have plenty of videos available on our website presenting the different schools, also in Berlin or in Constance. I just didn't show it here in the presentation because they're between 5 and 7 minutes each, so this would be too long here. And you can choose to make your own research. Please have a look at our image galleries, at the description. Everything's presented in detail so that we can answer hopefully most of your questions, because it's very important for us to be transparent regarding our students so that they know what they can expect when they come to join our courses in Germany. So for now, thank you very much for your